Hello everyone, Noto Edition speaking here, and in today's video we're going to discuss the truth about how casinos keep people trapped in a gambling addiction. I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate that my message is getting out to you guys. I am so happy that I'm able to help you guys. But I've come across something, I was thinking about something, and I was thinking like, dang, what is the main thing that keeps a person coming back to a place that always constantly prey on them, a place that's causing them so much pain, a place that they know that's bad for them, but they keep going anyway, and they just keep going back and forth. Whether they keep losing and they keep going and they keep going back. And I was thinking about that. They were being preyed upon, and the casinos use a whole big strategy to keep you coming back, even though you're not winning and even though you end up betting everything away. But the biggest thing and the biggest trick they have in their arsenal, and the biggest weapon they have in their arsenal to use against the consumer, and to make that person's hunger and the person's will to play, they're making their appetite to play insatiable, is selling hope. I just thought about it. It's hope. That's when you look at the whole big picture of everything, that's what the industry is doing. The industry is basically selling you hope. And I know that people know that from the surface for the most part. But at the end of the day, it really gets deeper than that. It really gets deeper than that, because it has to be something deep if a person wants to keep going back to back and back to back like I was. I was one of those people and millions of others that want to keep going back to a place even though they keep losing, and selling you the hope and giving you the nibble of almost winning. You ever been in a casino and you're playing probably some slots or something, and it keeps dropping down, and you get probably like 3 slots, and say if it's 5 across and you get about 4 sevens in a row, and then it looked like it's about to drop, and then it is almost hit the 7. You see the 7 drop right below that low, right below that row. The hope of almost winning will keep you coming back and back for more. It'll keep you coming back. You're like, dang, I almost got it that time. I almost got it. Dang, look at that. I would have had it. That is one big strategy that they always use to keep you coming back, because they making you feel like you can win that. They're making you feel like, dang, you can win it. I almost got it. Dang, it was only 1 off. Oh, it was only 2 off. Oh, dang, if it would have just failed the right way, it would have been straight. And that's one tactic they use. This is the near miss. It's a shame how predatory this industry is. It's giving you the hopes of really winning all the time. And look at the advertisements. The advertisements always show you the jackpot win. They always show you the jackpot win. They always show everybody all happy-go-lucky, running around, smiling and jumping around, happy that they won this, and they got the money flying everywhere, the lights and the beeping sounds and noises and all the works, right? All they show are the jackpots. Why do you think that is? They only show the jackpots. That means they're really preying on you and giving you the hopes of winning a big amount every time. But they know that's not how it works. But they're selling you the hope that you could win this. You see what I'm saying? This is how people get trapped in the gambling addiction and keep staying there, because they got the hope that they're going to eventually win that day. But the casino, if they could have it their way, this is what I would think. In an ideal world for the casino industry, if they can really have it their way, they want people to keep coming back even though they're losing, and they want everybody to lose, and they only want to get paid. But you see what I'm saying? In an ideal world for them, that's what they really want to do. They really want to take all the money and nobody really wins. But at the end of the day, they was like thinking like, dang, we can't do that. Because there has to be some type of hope. We have to give them some type of hope in order to win. So we got to feed them scraps from time to time. Or they get a little win here, they get a little win there. Keep them coming back. Keep them coming back with the near misses. Give them a little bit of a reward here. Get them a mini jackpot here, so I can feel like, oh, this is how it is when I get the mini one, I wonder how it's gonna be when I get the big one. You see what I'm saying? So they keep you in there with the little mini jackpots. They keep you in there with the almost winning, the near misses, on top of all the lights and booms, and they make it look like a video game now. But it ain't just about the video game. That's a tactic they use. It's a part of it. It's a small part of it. Because if we wanted to see lights and gaming and stuff, we would just go to Dave and Buster's, right? We would just go to the carnival and see all the lights and bings and be able to play fair games all the time. So it can't be just that. It's the allure of winning a big amount that's really not for you to win. It's really for you to lose trying to get it. That's what they want you to do. They want you to lose and try to get it. So they give you these little bit of wins to try to keep you in there. See, I got a perfect example for this because I was thinking about this story. I came up with this story about like 10 minutes ago, and I was thinking, oh, like, okay, what if we had a whole bunch of cattle? I'd say about a million, about 500,000 cattle on one side of a fence, right? And there's this fence, a huge fence that goes all the way across from this side to this side. And when you go into the fence, right? The fence inside of there is a whole bunch of hay for the cattle to eat. But the cattle on this side are starving. They're starving. They really want it. But the cattle know that the fence is bad because the fence is electrified. So one cattle goes up there and he falls out. You know, he's no longer living again. So now the cattle want to stay away because they know it's bad for them. But what they would do is the farmers from the inside would throw a little bit of hay over the fence and let the cattle get a taste of what's over there. Yeah, to get a taste of what's over there. So they give them a little bit. I'm like, oh my goodness, my goodness. And then they'll open up the fence a little bit, right? They'll open up the fence a bit, and after they get the taste of it, they'll run up to the fence and close the fence right before they get into the door. That's the near miss. And the cattle run right into the gate trying to get it because they knew what the little taste of it was. So they ran into it, gambling with practically their lives, running up to the fence, and he ends up electrocuting themselves. Then they come back to back electrocuting themselves. But then they stop out because they only got a taste of it. They was thinking, oh, you know what? It's not really worth it. It's not really worth it. So think about it. What would the farmer have to do to get those cattle that was saying, okay, you know what? I've seen them go down. I don't think I want them to come in no more. You know, I think I'm good over here. I'll try to gaze and wait for this grass to, grow back over here or something. So what would the farmer have to do? So the farmer would throw out a bigger amount of hay in front of the fence, and then they go over there and get a bigger chunk. Oh yeah, okay, it's good. And then what he would eventually do is let one cow go past the fence and close the fence behind that cow, and the cow wins the big thing of hay. It's pretty much a lifetime of eating of hay. So the other cattle was sitting there watching that cow eat the hay. It's like, oh my goodness, one can make it through, so that means I can make it through. I can go through. So the cattle just frantically rush the fence. The cattle frantically rush the fence. And after they rush the fence, the cattle just start dying back to back. They're being unalived back to back. They're getting shocked back to back. And it's just like, dang, they're getting electrocuted back to back. Thousands and thousands, 10,000s and 10,000s, because they saw that one cattle go through there. They saw one cattle go through there, and now all of a sudden it was like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I wish I could make it. I hope I can make it. But at this point, the cattle are not being unalived right away. But when they hit the fence, they're constantly causing damage to themselves. They're constantly because the farmers turned down the electricity to the fence, so they won't automatically be unalive when they first hit the fence. So now the cattle are more reluctant. Let me put the words back into it. They're more willing to go up to the fence and try to get through the fence. So they're trying to ram at the fence. They're trying to get inside. They're trying desperately to get inside. They're getting shocked, but they'll back up. But the shock isn't enough. See, that's the same example of you losing. You're still losing a little bit, but it ain't to the point where it's dropping you down. So they're still going up against the fence. They're still going up against the fence until eventually the shocks become too much that they've ended up falling down. That's you ruining your life. That's you sending all your savings. That's all your savings. So one cattle got through at the cost and expense of 100,000 lives. And guess what they did with those cattle? Lambs to the slaughter. They took all their lives, and the lives of the cattle is pretty much your money. It's pretty much people that have unalived themselves, people that have fallen down. All those people went down for one cattle. And then the other cattle behind them just started saying, okay, dang, no, I can't do this, man. All those cattle died. All those cattle went down. I don't want to be into it. So how do they continue this cycle? They throw out a bigger chunk. Right? And then this time they open the fence after they throw the chunk. So they're nibbling at the chunk, but they can also see the pathway to go through to go in there and eat hay and be able to have an unlimited amount of hay. So the big prize, the big jackpot, right? But when you eat the hay, if you try to run past it and try to go through the fence, they close the fence right in front of you. That's the near miss. So they hit the fence, and then the fence ends up shocking them. The farmer put the shock down so much that it doesn't even really feel like nothing. It feels like a small shock. It ain't even a shock enough to really hurt them at all. It ain't even enough of a shock to really make them back up like that. They're nibbling, they're getting over there. And now this time while they're getting shocked, they're throwing over a little bit of scraps over the fence as they're getting shocked. So they're eating a little bit, and now they're going still to try to get shocked, right? So what they did was they got so many people comfortable with getting, so many cattle comfortable with getting shot and eating the hay. Oh, I'm getting a little bit. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling safe. We're getting fed. So let's go through. Let's go ahead. Let's try to get through. Let's keep trying this. Oh, it's not so bad today. This can go on for a month. So afterwards, they'll let another cattle through. Open the fence. They'll let another cattle through. But this time, the farmer turns down the shock, right? It turns down the shock, but when everybody comes and rush, oh no, actually no, he doesn't turn down the shock. What he does is he turns the shock up to maximum, because when the other cattle see that one cattle has gone through, now the other cattle are frantic, because remember, they've been fed for months. They've been, okay, yeah, we've gotten comfortable because they're throwing scraps out. So, you know, in hopes of getting that big chance to go in there and get that big jackpot of hay, right? So now, all of a sudden, they all just frantically watch, because remember, for a month now, they've been comfortably going to the fence, so they have no problem going up to the fence because they think that there's no danger. But lo and behold, the farmers have turned the electricity up to the maximum amount. So the point of, if you touch it, you're automatically unalived. So they all just came and automatically, the other ones see other ones going down, but they still feel like they're going to be the one, so they don't care about seeing other people going down. They're still going to think that they're going to be the one that eventually goes through that fence. And it just all of them are getting shot. This time, the other 300,000 have gotten shot. So that's 2 cattle, and about another 500. 2 cattle got through at the price of 500,000 cattle being unalived. You see what I mean? They have to sell the other cattle. They have to sell the other cattle the dream. That's how they're doing to people. They'll let 1 or 2 win, so they can come up. Like, it's almost like a shiesty person that's running some type of MLM or something like that, and they're saying, okay, let me I got this product, and all you have to do is sign up for this, and you'll be on our inner circle, and you can sell this product for us, and we'll give you the chance to make $100,000 a month or something like that. You see what I'm saying? But think of how many people have to go down. They're spending their money. Say for instance, they're charging you, say, about $5,000 a month just to sign up for the program, and you're going down. Think of how many people have to go down, and only two people can get through to the program, to the inner circle. It's the same way. So that's keeping people ensnared, because they feel like, oh dang, I seen this person win. Oh, if you see somebody next to you getting some of the scraps, or they might have got that hunk of the scrap. Okay, yeah, they got a little hunk. They probably won by 5 or 10,000. Okay, dang, I can do this. So the lambs to the slaughter keep coming around. The word spread around like wildfire. You see what I'm saying? The biggest trick they use, the near miss. They have the near miss saying, oh, you almost won. They want to keep you in there, and now they got the constant pushing of the jackpot win. So when somebody wins, they automatically do a cash grab for everybody else that comes in to try to get some, because they got to make that money back. You see what I mean? So they have to use them as a testimonial to bring other lambs to the slaughter, other cattle to the slaughter. So this is what casinos do to keep you trapped in the gambling. This is a predatory industry. Really the devil's work, really, when you look at everything. But hopefully I got that across to you guys, and hopefully you could just, I hope provided a good example for you guys to be able to understand this even more. But I appreciate you guys for staying for this long. If any of this resonated with you in any shape, form, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we're going to come back more for another video. It's No Addiction here. Remember guys, a gambler never wins until they quit. I'm out. I'm all out of favors. Don't ask for nothing, had enough. They driving me crazy, and all I did was show them love. They turning to haters. As soon as I would tell them no, don't ask for nothing, had enough. And all I did was show them love. I did so much stuff for some people they came up with, now they never will admit it. They took all advantage of me.